Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn about lines and angles. So in the previous class, we have studied about the basic concepts like point, line segment and rays. So in this chapter, we are going to learn more about angles. An angle is a figure that is formed by two rays or lines that share a common endpoint, and that common endpoint is nothing that is vertex. So these are the two rays, they are meeting at one point, and that one point, the common point, that is the vertex. These two rays forming the angle, they are the sides. We call it as the sides of the angle, or we also call this as arms of the angle. So to represent the angle, suppose there is an angle ABC. So we represent this angle as angle ABC, or we can also name it as angle CBA. What should be kept in mind is that the vertex, that is B, should always be in between, like ABC or CBA. So vertex is always in between. So moving on to the next topic is the types of angles. So the types of angles which we have studied in previous class are acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle and complete angle. But we haven't learned about reflex angle. So let us learn more about the types of angles. So acute angle is the angle whose measure is between 0 and 90 degree. So the angle that is greater than 0 degree but less than 90 degree, they are acute angle. And the angle whose measure is exactly 90 degree, they are right angle. The shape is just like L, and we represent the right angle like this. Then we have obtuse angle. In obtuse angle, the measure of the angle is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. So they are obtuse angle. The next is straight angle. The angle whose measure is 180 degree, they are straight angle. So they are just like a straight line. That is why the name of the angle is straight angle. So the next is complete angle. If we talk about complete angle, what is a complete angle? Complete angle is an angle that measures 360 degrees and represents a full rotation or turn. So that means if there is first ray, the other ray is moving 360 degree, or we can say it is moving one complete rotation to meet the first ray again. So this is the complete angle. The measure is 360 degree. So this is ray OA and the other ray is OB. So they are coinciding and the second ray is completing one complete rotation, one full rotation. The next is reflex angle. Now if we talk about reflex angle is the angle whose measure is greater than 180 degree but smaller than 360 degree. So if I take any example of a reflex angle, for example 270 degree. So 270 degree is greater than 180 degree but smaller than 360 degree. So if this is the first ray, and where will be the second ray will be? It will move 270 degree. Now in the protector we don't have 270 degrees, right? So what is the difference from 180 to 270? So if I subtract 270 and 180, I will get a difference of 90. They have a difference of 90 degrees. So that means 270 is greater than 180 by 90 degrees. So if this is 180 degree, a straight line, so after the straight line I have to make one 90 degree angle. This L shape. Now this is 270 degree, because this is 180 plus 90. So moving on to the next topic, we have topic is adjacent. So just now we have learnt about the types of angles. Now we are going to learn about adjacent angles. Now as the name suggests, adjacent. So when two angles share a common vertex and they have a common side, or we can say a common arm, and they do not overlap, then the angles are adjacent angles. For example, if this is a ray OA and we have the other ray OB, so they are meeting at the same point, that is O. O is the vertex. But from O we have one more ray, that is OC. So now we have two different angles. One is angle COA and the other angle is BOC. Now these two angles have something in common. That is, both the angles are sharing a common vertex, that is O, and they are sharing a common arm also, a common side which we say, that is OC. So OC is with angle BOC also, and OC is with angle COA also, or we can say with AOC also. So they are adjacent angles. So adjacent angles are nothing, just two angles which have a common vertex, a common side, and they do not overlap. So in this figure also we can see that C and D, they are adjacent, but X and Y, they are not adjacent because they are not sharing a common vertex here. So the next topic is complementary and supplementary angles. So if we talk about the complementary angles, so when two angles that have the sum equal to 90 degree, they are known as complementary angles, and the angles which have the sum 180 degree, they are supplementary angles. Learn it by the trick corner, and we have a corner in 90 degree, the right angle. So complementary angles, they are the two angles that have the sum 90 degree. And if we talk about supplementary angles, the two angles that have the sum equal to 180 degree. The S of supplementary stands for straight angle. And in straight angle, the angle is 180 degree. So we can learn from that. So complementary angles and supplementary angles, they can be adjacent also and they can be non-adjacent also. If the supplementary angles are adjacent, suppose this is an angle AOB and the other one is AOC. Now they are adjacent because O is the common vertex and OA is the common side. These two are supplementary because they are on a straight line. So we have to remember that if the angles are forming a straight line, that means the sum is 180 degree. So angle AOB plus angle AOC is equal to 180 degree. They are supplementary and adjacent also. So the angles which are supplementary and adjacent, they are known as linear pair. So we need to remember this, that the angles that are supplementary and adjacent, they are known as linear pair. So this is what I have explained earlier also. And the next topic is intersecting lines. So what are intersecting lines? When two lines meet at a common point, they are intersecting lines, and the point where they meet is known as point of intersection. But if we see, they are making four angles: 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. So when two lines meet at a common point, they are intersecting lines and they make four different angles. Angle 1, 2, 3, 4. I have named them. So if angle 1 is 60 degree, what will be angle 2? Just now we have learnt about supplementary angles and linear pair. So these two angles, they are on a straight line. So that means the sum of these two angles, angle 1 and 2, is 180 degree. So angle 1 is given as 60 degree. So 60 degree plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. So when we transpose it, we will get that angle 2 is equal to 120 degree. So if angle 1 is 60 degree, angle 2 is 120 degree. Again, if we see angle 2 and angle 3, again they are on a straight line. So again they are linear pair. So angle 2 plus angle 3, the sum is 180 degree because they are linear pair. So if angle 2 is 120, angle 3 will again be 60 degree. Similarly, we will get angle 4 plus angle 1 is equal to 180 degree. And we know that angle 1 is 60 degree. So angle 4 will give you 120 degree. Now if we see angle 1 and angle 3, they are not sharing any common side. They are opposite to each other. And we have seen that angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Similarly, angle 2 is equal to angle 4. So this is known as vertically opposite angles. Angle 1 and angle 3, they are vertically opposite. Angle 2 and angle 4, they are vertically opposite. So what are vertically opposite angles? When two lines intersect, four angles are formed. There are two pairs of non-adjacent angles and that are vertically opposite angles. So here angle 1, angle 3 are vertically opposites and they are equal also. And angle 2 and 4, they are vertically opposites, they are also equal. So next we are going to talk about parallel lines. So parallel lines, we know that these are the lines which do not meet at any point. So a line that intersects two or more lines at distant points is called a transversal. So here are few real life examples of transversal lines. So a transversal intersection with two lines. So when there are two lines and a transversal intersect them, so different angles are formed. So here the namings are given 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on till 8. So we have seen that here 8 angles are formed. So we are going to learn about these 8 angles. So if we talk about the region, the interior part, when there are two parallel lines, the region that is inside the two parallel lines is known as the interior part, and the part that is outside the parallel lines, that is the exterior part. So when a transversal cuts two parallel lines, different angles are formed. So if I ask how many angles are formed, 8 different angles are formed. So we are going to learn about alternate interior angles, same side interior angles, alternate exterior angles, same side exterior angles and corresponding angles. So this is an important concept map. You can take the screenshot. So if I talk about corresponding angles, they are the angles that are on the same side of the transversal and which has one interior, one exterior angle. Angle 1 and angle 5, they are corresponding angles and they are equal. Angle 1 is in the exterior, angle 5 is in the interior, and they are on the same side of the transversal. So they both are on the left side. Similarly, 2 and 6, they are on the right side. One is in interior, other one is in exterior. we have two more pairs like this, angle 4 and angle 8, because 4 is in interior, 8 is in exterior, and they are on the same side of the transversal. And the last one is angle 3 and angle 7. They are on the right side, one is in the interior and the other one is in the exterior. So these are the corresponding angles, and corresponding angles are always equal. So angle 1 is equal to 5, 3 is equal to 6, 4 is equal to 7, 2 is equal to 8. So if we look at the pattern, the corresponding angles, they form a F shape. One is in the interior, the other one is in the exterior. Again on the other side, one is in the interior, other one is in exterior. Same here and at last also. The next is alternate interior angles. As the name suggests, alternate. So we need to look at one on the left, other on the right. And one is above, the other one is below. So the pair of non-adjacent angles that lie between the two lines, but they are on opposite sides of the transversal. Since they are alternate interior, so we are going to look at the angles that are in the interior part. So one is 3, it is on the left side, 6 is on the right side, one above, one below. The next pair is 4 and 5. So alternate interior angles, they are also equal. Here 3 and 5, 4 and 6, they are alternate interior angles. They are forming a Z shape. The opposite one also. Then we have alternate exterior. Now we are going to look at the exterior part of the parallel lines. One on the right side, other on the left side. So here 1 and 8, they are the alternate exterior angle. 2 and 7, they are the alternate exterior angles. They are also equal. Then we have consecutive interior angles, or we call them as co-interior angles. Or the third is interior angles that are on the same side of the transversal. So as per the name suggests, they are on the same side of the transversal and they are in the interior part. So here 4 and 6, they are the co-interior angles. 3 and 5, they are the co-interior angles. So they are not equal, but they are supplementary. This we need to keep in mind, that co-interior angles, they are supplementary. So when we add 4 and 6, we get 180. When we add 3 and 5, we get the sum as 180 degree. So this is the last topic, that is how we can prove the two lines are parallel. We can show that corresponding angles are equal. We can show that alternate interior angles are equal, or alternate exterior angles are equal, or the last is consecutive interior angles are supplementary. So if any one of these conditions satisfies, that means the two lines are parallel. So I hope there is no doubt in this chapter now. And this is the summary of the chapter. So thank you for watching.